Oh, go get a PS5. Yeah, I could if I would if I could.
Yeah. Hold on. You know, with me and my console I already have, let me stop what I'm doing and search high and low across America for a new $500 console for a game that's going to be on there for 2 years. Back to DCM, Doritos Connections, and Mountain Dew, your favorite local video game talk show. I am your host, Howard Miller.
I'm your co-host, David Scrivani.
And let's start off with the news.
Gotta love that news, baby. Get ready, because everyone's favorite party game that isn't Mario Party is back, with Jackbox Games officially announcing the Jackbox Party Pack 8 for an October 14th release on the Nintendo Switch, PC, PlayStation consoles, and Xbox consoles. The pack will include the 4 new games Job Job, The Pole Mine, Weapons Drawn, and The Wheel of Enormous Proportions. It had descriptions of them. I didn't copy them down because I didn't care enough. But they also have a follow-up to one of their classics in Drawful Animate, which is just drawful, but you're making GIFs instead of pictures. I don't remember which one drawful was, honestly. I don't.
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot. There's 8 of these games, and they all have like 5 or 6 mini games. You can't expect them to keep track of these things. Yeah. But you know, they're fun.
Sad news. If you were a fan of Rocksmith Plus, it has been delayed. The game-as-service guitar learning software, yes, it's not technically a game anymore, Rocksmith Plus, the 3rd entry in the Rocksmith franchise, has been delayed to 2022. The company has given us no reason, but are taking this time to implement feedback from the closed beta. Maybe they're actually adding songs people know. Maybe they're adding features from the last entry they took out. Who knows? All we can do is wait for a proper release date, or literally anything else Ubisoft wishes to share with us in the near future.
Well, hey, guess what? That's not the only news story in delays, because surprise, Dying Light 2 has gotten delayed again. While it was previously scheduled for release on December 7th of this year, Techland has pushed its release back to an unspecified release date in 2022. Techland CEO, I'm going to try and not butcher the pronunciation of this name, Paweł Marchuka, says the team is steadily progressing with the production and the game is nearing the finish line. It is by far the biggest and most ambitious project we have ever done. For us to bring the game to the level we envision, we need more time to polish and optimize it. When did this game get announced again? Remind me.
Like, almost immediately when after the wave of DLC was done for Dying Lights, that had to have been like 2017.
Okay, so it's been a while. It's been a while.
Just like the classic Stain song.
You know, on the bright side, we're probably going to be getting this before we get Dead Island 2. Take some solace in that. To celebrate the game's 1-year anniversary, Kinetic Games is adding a single-player mode to their co-op ghost hunting game Phasmophobia. It's apparently going to play exactly the same as the multiplayer version, so I don't really know why they're doing this. Because most of the fun that comes from Phasmophobia is getting spooked with your friends. I don't want to get spooked by myself. That sounds too spooky.
I mean, I just think it goes with my underlying principle that if you make a multiplayer game, you need to have a mode with bots, because at some point your multiplayer game's getting shut down, whether you like it or not.
But I don't think I think there's not even bots. It's like just you.
Who cares? Get it out.
That's what I'm saying. There's no point. There's no point into having a single player mode.
New Evil Dead game's getting bots. You can't. Phasmophobia game I forgot even existed.
So did I until I saw this on the news today.
Sorry, we apologize. Your game's cute.
It is fun. I played it once on my terrible, terrible PC that could barely run it even at the lowest settings.
Can it run Among Us?
It can run Among Us. That's the important thing.
So to wrap it up, we're going to have a quick story about a game that's based on an anime. So please, bear with me here. I promise this is funny. The hit anime Demon Slayers is getting an arena fighting game release soon called Demon Slayers: The Hinokami Chronicles, which is made by the team who made Asura's Wrath and Naruto the Ninja Storm series, which, if you want a fun fact, Naruto the Ninja Storm series is the most successful fighting game franchise in the world, with the most selling fighting game in the world, with it being Ninja Storm 4. So these are the big guys. These are the big cojones, okay, of the anime arena fighting games. That's not the story. The story is that they have finally announced the whole roster, and there's an issue. The first issue is that it only follows the first season in the movie. Fine. But that issue comes into the fact that the game is called Demon Slayer.
Now we want to make sure to put that emphasis on Demon Slayer.
Yes, where the plot is Tanjiro, the main character, fights demons to heal his sister who has become a demon. There are no playable demons. The roster is padded out with minor characters who appeared in one episode and characters from a spin-off series where every character is in a school, which is 6 reskins. The roster is about 18 characters. They made a pathetically small roster for Demon Slayers where you cannot fight a single demon except in the story mode with bosses. There's no playable demon. Now, people have noticed that, and they have announced that there will be a post-launch patch that will make the demons that you fight in the story playable, such as Ryu, the spider demon at the end of the first
I love
season.
Doom.
Exactly. There's been no announcement of a season pass as well, so we have no idea if they'll add season 2 characters, but Demon Slayer: The Hinokami Chronicles should be out in a couple of days by the time this video is posted.
Okay.
There's been no announcement of a season pass, so we have no idea if they're adding season 2 characters, because that's also coming out by the end of the year. But Demon Slayer: The Hinokami Chronicles comes out soon, with no release date on the post-launch patch. And now for our next segment, hey guys, what you been playing?
I'm going to kind of condense this segment into another piece of news. Just last week, last Saturday, as of recording, Undertale hit indie sensation celebrated its 6th anniversary, and to celebrate, developer Toby Fox and 3 of the guys from Fangamer, who do all the merch for Undertale, decided to do a live stream playing through the first chapter of Deltarune. And at the very end, they dropped a "We gotcha," and said, "Hey, Deltarune Chapter 2 is coming out tomorrow." So, to sum up, I've been playing Deltarune. As a big fan of Undertale when it came out, standards were pretty high for Fox's follow-up. Thankfully, he didn't stray too far from the formula with Deltarune, which is a follow-up, but not a sequel. I'm really not too sure as of yet. Maybe it will become clear in Chapter 2. I don't know. I have yet to play Chapter 2 because it's been 3 years since Chapter 1 came out, so I decided to replay Chapter 1, and I only just finished Chapter 1 last night. That being said, it's still a very charming game featuring plenty of memorable and entertaining characters, an engaging, if simple, battle mechanic, and some absolutely banging music. Again, I have yet to be able to play Chapter 2, but I'm sure I will enjoy it just as much, if not more, than Chapter 1. Hopefully. Apparently there are some bits in Chapter 2 that are frustratingly hard. So wish me luck. The first 2 chapters of Deltarune are currently available free of charge as a demo on PC, as well as Chapter 1 by itself is available on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4.
I've been playing Dodgeball Academia. Published by Humble Games this year in April and developed by Studio Pocket Trap, the game follows our main character Otto as he sneaks into the illustrious school of dodgeball. Because it's one of those things where it's one random object rules the world, and this one it's dodgeball.
That sounds like a world I could get behind.
And he wants to learn how to be the best in the game. So you get to explore the school in a dodgeball RPG with 6 playable characters, each with their own special moves, fighting battle robots, ghosts, and other jealous students throughout 1 week to win the Grand Dodgeball Tournament. The gameplay is unique and fun. It's a little stale at the end, but you know what? The art style that it has, phenomenal. Great. Fantastic. It's beautiful. It's a great beginner's RPG with a lot of accessibility modes, so like your kid can play this and you can like make it easier for them. It's absolutely a blast. My only gripe is that this is a story that's inspired by anime cliches. So you get meta jokes about how characters are obligatory rivals because they all read too much sports manga, all while still being very cliched. Like, yes, my battle professors, even though they're the best in the game, they get thwarted by an actual child who showed up 5 days ago. You get cliches like that. But you know what? It's still fun. It's a cute indie game. And it's always nice to enjoy the indies. Dodgeball Academia is available on Nintendo Switch, Xbox consoles, PlayStation 4, and PC. So, as we discussed in our last segment, we do have this growing upset. And it's that we have to beg the question of, well, not even beg the question, we have to just air the grievance of how we do not like console exclusivity. And it really seems like Sony has doubled down on this idea. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm sorry, not console exclusivity, timed console exclusivity. Well, I'll explain that. Is basically you take a normal game, and it's being developed. And what's going to happen is one of the big companies, Nintendo, Microsoft, or Sony, is going to walk up to you and say, I will give you, like, I don't know, a couple $1 million if you only release this game on our console for about 2 years. And then you take the money and you do that. Now, a lot of people do not like this at all because they're not actual console exclusives. They're not actually produced by Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo. They're basically throwing cash at an existing game, and then the existing game now is over to that console. Now, if this is a new IP, whatever, but now it's becoming a growing issue. And Sony's doubling down on this, where they're taking things of established IPs and making them timed exclusives. The first one I think of is Final Fantasy XVI being a timed exclusive, and the recently announced Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake is also going on PlayStation for a set number of years. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. And we're not even going to talk about how, for some reason, Spider-Man is a Sony exclusive, like console-wise. We're not talking about that, because that, for some reason, isn't time. But this doesn't help literally anybody.
No, it does. It helps Sony to sell more products. That's the only person it helps.
Like, it is kind of obnoxious that, like, Nintendo is holding Bayonetta 2 from the rest of the world with their timed exclusive with no end in sight. And funny thing is, Microsoft used to do this. The second Tomb Raider game was a timed exclusive along with Dead Rising 3. These games you can play on all the consoles. Oh, and Dead Rising 4 as well. You can play these on all consoles.
I didn't know the last two Dead Rising games were made fully available. I thought they were still exclusive.
No, they're on everything.
Okay.
And gamers did not like it when Microsoft did that, especially with Tomb Raider. And now they've dialed it back. Now they essentially get like a 6-month exclusivity for the Game Pass. But the only game I can think of that did that was The Medium. So like, who cares? But it's still like an issue. But like, it's getting ridiculous that Sony is now having a crutch on
Yeah.
buying out all pre-existing games and keeping them for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it's becoming an issue because now what's encouraging Sony to even make new IPs at this point when they can just pay a big IP millions of dollars? Just
Well, they're not going to do IP. They're just going to do Last of Us games for until the end of time.
Yeah, and it's so anti-consumer. And like I'm the fan reaction on Twitter is probably the most sad. So, let's say you're a Star Wars fan. You can't afford PS5. You got a Switch. New Star Wars games coming out. Only on PlayStation for 2 years. You go on Twitter, ask, why would you do this? The fans' response, shut up, get a PS5.
Very, very helpful advice there, you know?
Like,
Because, you know what? Because, again, there may be the problem that you can't afford it. Or perhaps no one can get a goddamn PS5 because they don't have enough of them. And when they do have enough, scalpers buy them up and sell them at they upsell them.
for like 1,000.
Yeah. So, go get a PS5. Yeah, I could if I would if I could.
Yeah. Hold on. You know, with me and my console I already have, let me stop what I'm doing and search high and low across America for a new $500 console for a game that's going to be on there for 2 years. Why? That's so ridiculous. That is literally the most unneeded thing. Like, the only time I can excuse this is for Deathloop, because Microsoft bought Bethesda, and Arcane Studios made Deathloop, and they had a contract to make it a timed exclusive, and Microsoft could probably just easily go to PlayStation and go, no, and then take it back.
Yeah, but they played nice and allowed Sony and Arcane to continue to keep Deathloop as a timed exclusive.
They also could have made Psychonauts 2 an Xbox exclusive.
They could have.
And they didn't. They also could have made Skyrim Special Edition an exclusive. They didn't. And like, as much as I do want to say Sony bad, the others do it. But the fact that Sony's egregiously doing it and everyone's just kind of letting this happen is not good. It's like very anti-consumer.
It makes me worried for the future.
Because like, what's stopping them? Because they did this with Street Fighter V. Street Fighter V is a PlayStation timed exclusive for who knows when. Street Fighter 4 was one of like the best-selling games on Xbox. Why is 5 only on the PlayStation? This is ridiculous. And like, PlayStation isn't like the best-selling console everywhere in the world. Some places have more Switch users, some places have more Xbox users, some places have more PC users. So while it's nice that they're finally porting some of these games to PC, so now they're timed console exclusives, that still leaves out a bunch of people. Which, I don't know. I think it's just stupid.
It is. Again, like you said, it doesn't help anyone except for Sony themselves, the corporations, which, as we've talked about here on the show before, capitalism sucks.
Capitalism sucks.
You know. And
corporations don't have feelings.
Exactly.
The people who buy stuff from corporations do. And you gotta be nice. So we are trying to promote healthy game buying patterns. So, listen, we're not going to say don't buy these games because Sony is basically like the thing in America. So us being like, don't buy timed exclusives. One, they don't tell you, and two, it's probably not going to affect anything anyway.
Yeah, I mean Deathloop's pretty solid so far. I haven't played much of it, but it's solid.
Sony fanboys are already defending that game like it is a Sony exclusive, like they don't know it's a timed exclusive. Deathloop's going to be fun.
Yeah. Deathloop's
going to be fun. Even though it is going to be really funny to watch Sony fanboys get Deathloop 2, and they go, why is it only on Xbox? and then big old McMoney Bill Gates goes,
that is going to be funny.
You just funded the sequel to an Xbox game. But, yeah, so be in mind, We're not doing console war BS here. We're just looking out for you, the consumer, and these timed console exclusives are a no-go.
Besides, I think the console wars are kind of a thing of the past at this point.
Console wars died like the moment the Xbox One failed.
Yeah.
Literally, the moment the Xbox took the Kinect off of the Xbox One, that's when the console war ended, when people didn't buy it so much they had to get rid of that.
Mm-hmm.
No, it failed so much they fired the guy in charge of Xbox and got a new guy. And the first thing the guy did is, no Kinect and we're focusing on backwards compatibility. And I'm like, based new guy. Yeah, that's it. Tell us how you feel. Tell us how you feel.
Tell us in the comments.
Are we worrying too much? The answer is no. We're just 100% right. But
Yeah.
try it anyway.
We don't have opinions. We have facts. We're never wrong. I hope you're aware of that.
And of course, we have another coverage, another showcase to cover. THQ Nordic's 10th anniversary digital showcase. It had literally nothing of interest, so we're going to give you two highlights.
It's the two bangers, because they are bangers.
We got Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed, a remake of the, again, cult classic franchise Destroy All Humans. They're not making a new Destroy All Humans, they're remaking 2. It's by the same people who did the first Destroy All Humans remake that came out last year, I'm pretty sure.
I think it was 2 years ago.
Wait, when did SpongeBob came out?
SpongeBob, I don't know.
It was the same time as SpongeBob.
SpongeBob,
When did SpongeBob come out?
I don't know.
It came out during quarantine. I'm pretty sure it was.
Did it?
Yeah, and then Destroy All Humans came out 1 month later.
I
Yeah.
have no idea. I don't remember.
Yeah. So it was a pretty faithful remake. It was really well done. So I am very excited. And it's going to release sometime in 2022.
Do you want to talk about how Sony accidentally leaked it?
Yeah, so 2 days before the announcement or the stream, Sony literally posted an advertisement for it. Not that, hey, here's the new Destroy All Humans. No, it was to pre-order the game, like something they would post, probably a month before it came out. It's like, make sure to pre-order Destroy All Humans 2, and they literally just showed a random trailer. so Sony literally leaked.
Good job, Sony.
Good job, Sony. But yeah, no. I mean, I liked Destroy All Humans when I was a kid. The remake was really good.
I still haven't played the remake, actually.
It's very, very good. I didn't play much of it, but I played the first mission or two. And I was like, wow, this literally is just Destroy All.
Yeah, I mean, I have really fond
pretty.
memories of playing the original games on the PS2. So.
Yeah, and
I remember I bought, because originally they ported the first two to the PlayStation 4. Then I bought the first one, and then literally a month later they announced the remake. I'm like, well, that's money I just wasted. And then I never even touched the port anyways.
wow, bad gamer.
I know.
So now we have another one. Last announcement. We have.
Oh, hold on. Can I do a drum roll for this? This deserves a drum roll.
Go for it. So now we have the next game of the year. We have
After Monkey Ball.
No, this is for next year.
Okay.
Yeah, it's for next year. We have a new SpongeBob game. SpongeBob SquarePants: The Cosmic Shake.
Let's
They
go.
already have a Steam page, so we do know stuff about what's going to happen. So apparently how it's going to work is there's 7 ginormous worlds because SpongeBob and Patrick ruined the timeline of literally everything by wishing for stuff from a genie. To the point where Patrick's now a little Navi bubble.
Mm-hmm.
And basically you're going to get 7 giant worlds where the timeline's mixed up, so there's a Wild West, jellyfish fields, and stuff like that. And SpongeBob has to adorn costumes that you've seen in the series. So there's a cowboy SpongeBob, a Mystery the Seahorse. There is SpongeGar, the caveman, and SpongeBob the snail in the episode where SpongeBob had to give Gary the vaccine and accidentally Squidward hit it in his nose and he turned into
That episode horrified me as a kid.
Yeah, that episode's disgusting.
Yeah,
but now
I don't like
you can
it.
play as him in a cute, friendly atmosphere. And
Yay.
it's made by Purple Lamp Studios, the same people who did the Rehydrated remake. I am actually really excited for this
So
game.
am I.
Like,
We have not seen any gameplay, but you know what? Who the hell cares?
who cares? Like,
I don't care. It's gonna be good no matter what, I'm sure.
it's made by the same studio.
Yeah.
They're using the same assets. It's gonna be fun. They did a really good job with Battle for Bikini Bottom. They are very interested in making new SpongeBob platformers. And honestly, if there's a new SpongeBob platformer every 2 years that's a pretty solid game, I'm not going to hate on that.
No, I know. I'm more than okay with that.
It's not everyone thought they were going to do the SpongeBob movie game rehydrated, but there's a lot of legal things they have to do. And I am kind of more excited they're making new games instead of focusing on old one, especially since the movie game, hot take, only okay. It's better than as we were kids than now.
Probably, yeah.
But yeah, no, this is some good news.
Yeah.
Great, exciting news. I'm happy for this new developer, and we're going to get Game of the Year. 2022.
Yeah.
2022.
There you go.
2022.
You heard it here first.
Game of the Year.
We haven't played, I mean, we're not in 2022. We haven't played a single game from 2022.
I'm going to hold this video hostage until 2022.
Yeah, it's Game of the Year. We're calling it right now.
Calling it right now. And that's the end of our show. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us how you feel. Try to prove us wrong. You cannot. And with that out of the way, I'm Howard.
I'm David.
You have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.